Something good happens in your life, a promotion, a public recognition, or a significant success, and instead of feeling proud, you feel dreaded. Like the achievement has raised the stakes of being found out. Like the bigger the success, the more visible the eventual exposure will be. If you have experienced this, you are living out one of the most paradoxical features of the imposter syndrome. And the better you do, the worse it gets. We have covered the foundations of imposter syndrome in a previous video. It is the persistent belief that you are not as capable as others perceive you to be. But there is a specific pattern within it that is worth understanding on its own. Psychologist Pauline Clance, who first identified the phenomenon, noted that success does not reliably reduce imposter feelings. For many people, it just amplifies them. And the reason is in how success gets interpreted. When someone with an imposter syndrome succeeds, they do not update their self-belief upward. They update their sense of exposure upward. The logic goes something like this. I succeeded, which means people's expectation of me are now higher, which means the gap between what they expect and what I can actually deliver has just grown. Success becomes evidence of not capability, but of a higher platform to fall from. You recognize this in a very specific feeling after good things happen. A moment of success is followed almost immediately by anxiety about the next challenge, because now there is something to live up to. A compliment lands, and before you can receive it, your brain is already calculating whether you can repeat the performance that earned it. An opportunity arrives, one that you clearly deserve, but instead of excitement, the first feeling is kind of vertigo. The higher you climb, the more visible the fall becomes. And so success becomes something to survive rather than something to enjoy. The cost of this specific pattern is significant. You cannot enjoy what you have earned. Each achievement passes through you without landing, converted immediately into a new source of anxiety rather than a genuine experience of having done something well. Over time, this creates a person who is externally successful and internally exhausted, running hard not towards something, but away from the constant fear of being exposed. And the tragedy is that the very evidence that should build the confidence, the track record, results, and trust of others, this never gets processed as evidence. It gets reinterpreted as a higher standard to maintain. There are two specific practices for this pattern. First, build a receipt habit. After something goes well, and before you move on to the next thing, write down what you did that contributed to it. Not what luck did, not what others did, what you specifically did. This is not arrogance, it is accuracy. And it is the one practice that slowly over time begins to build an internal record that your brain cannot dismiss. And separate the success from the expectation. Success does not automatically raise what you owe. Each new challenge is a new situation and not a debt created by the last win. You are allowed to succeed at one thing without that success becoming a promise you have to keep forever. When you start processing success as evidence of capability rather than evidence of higher exposure, the experience of achievement genuinely changes. You start enjoying what you have earned. The track record you have been building without acknowledging starts to feel real because you are finally looking at it honestly. And your relationship with new challenges shifts from dread of being found out to genuine curiosity about what the next thing will teach you. You did not get lucky, you got good at something, and you are allowed to know that.